Hi, welcome to Glow's Kinder Kitchen, and I'm Glow. Well, today I'm busy cooking in the kitchen for New Year's, and one of the things I'm going to make today is collard greens. And I thought I'd show you how I make mine. So, first of all, I have a pot here that I am starting to warm up on the stove. I have it on a 4. And what I'm going to add to that is about a tablespoon of bacon grease. Shy, more like a teaspoon probably. Go ahead and put that in there. So that's like a teaspoon. It doesn't want to come off. Go ahead and set this aside. And then I'm also going to put in about the same amount of olive oil. And I use the sauteing olive oil. It's not the extra virgin. Extra virgin has a low burn temperature on it, and this one is much better for sauteing or cooking. Your extra virgin is awesome for salad dressings and stuff like that. And I think I might add a little bit more of the olive oil. My other one was almost out. It's out now. So that's probably a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half total of the olive oil. And to this, I'm going to turn that up to a 5 to get it going. I'm going to add in 1 yellow onion that I cut up into small pieces. And I'm going to saute this until it becomes a little translucent. So I'll be back in just a few minutes after this becomes translucent, and I'll show you the next step. Well, our onions have been busy sauteing here, and you can see how they're kind of getting translucent. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and add in my meat. And I thought I'd show you what I'm using today. This here is called sliced smoked hog jowl, which is the cheek of the hog, and this is it here. It has excellent flavor. And the other thing I'm using is uncooked cured salt pork. And it's kind of like a bacon, but saltier, and has a great flavor as well. So I'm going to go ahead and add this in. I kept the hog jowl as sliced, but I have it in whole pieces, you know, like slices. And then I cut up this, and that's that, the
salt pork.
Yeah, the salt pork. So go ahead and stir this around.
Why are you keeping those in whole pieces, Miss Glow?
Just easier to pull out, and I'll decide after it's cooked if I want to leave that in and make it into smaller pieces, or just what we're going to do, or serve it on the side.
Herb.
It's very yummy though. And the other thing I'm going to add at this point is garlic. This is about 2 cloves of garlic I've smashed up. And then I have 2 bay leaves here. By adding the bay leaves right now, it'll kind of awaken them up in the oil. So it's a little bit more intense flavor. So I'm going to go ahead and let this garlic and the bay leaf get a little happy here. I'll be back in about a minute, and I'll show you the next step. Hi, well, our bay leaves and garlic and the meat is all getting happy in here. So the next step is to add your collard greens. Now, a lot of times I will use the fresh collard greens, and if you do that, I highly recommend that you wash them at least 2 times, more like 3, and make sure you get all the, the grit and the sand and that kind of stuff off of them. And then what I do is I take out the main stem, which is kind of tough, and then I tear it or else cut it, the leaves. But today I am going to be using frozen collard greens. It's much easier, tastes the same, and so that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to go ahead and add that. I got 2 bags here, and this will cook way down. The second bag I had in the freezer for a little bit, and the other one I had just recently purchased. but it does really help save on time. When collard greens are prevalent in stores, I do buy the fresh if I have time to do it. But right now they're kind of hard to find in our area anyway. So I was glad to run across another bag of the frozen ones. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1 quart of chicken broth, and this is homemade chicken broth that I actually have frozen. And the reason I swished that around a little was to get the sediment that was in the bottom of the quart jar in here as well for flavor. So you can see how already the collard greens have, gone down in here once they started defrosting. I'm going to go ahead and turn up my burner now. I turned it to low because of that garlic, because you don't want that garlic to burn. But now I have it on medium. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and add in apple cider vinegar, just about a splash of it. No more than like a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon. So I'm starting off with, that was probably like a half a teaspoon at the most. And also white balsamic vinegar. So probably total between those two was no more than 1.5 teaspoons, probably a little less. And then I add in a little sugar. So I'm going to go ahead and it'll probably be about a teaspoon there I start with. You can always add more, but it's hard to take it away. So I'm going to go ahead and let this simmer. This is going to probably simmer, 45 minutes to an hour. And then, let me see, first of all, I think I'm going to add just a tad of water. I had just the 1 quart of chicken stock. So I had some water I put in here. I thought just in case I needed it, and I think I might. So, because the reason I wanted to do that is I want to make sure this is all covered with liquid. Like I said, I'm not going to add salt or pepper at this point. We'll wait until I'm able to test the pot liquor, which is the broth. Now in the South they call it pot liquor. So anyway, I'll be back in just a little while. Well, our collard greens have been busy simmering away here. They've been simmering about an hour. You can let them simmer as long as you want. I would say the minimum would be like 45 minutes or so. But you can see the color change. They smell delicious, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to add some salt. So let's take a sample of it and we'll see. Get a little bit of the collard green too. They sure smell good.
Yes, they do.
Oh yeah. Very good. I must say so myself. I'm going to go ahead and add probably about 3/4, maybe a half. We'll start with a half. That's about a half. Maybe slightly less than half. So let's go a little bit more. There we go. And it's going to need a little bit more of the red pepper flakes. That was about 2 dashes at the most. I'm going to put a little bit more of the liquid smoke in it too.
Smoke it up, Miss Chloe.
It was probably about 3 dashes. And I'm going to put some black pepper in it too. Not much, just
How much was that?
a few dashes.
Fine.
Oh, yeah. This looks really good. I would say that's perfect. You don't want it overly salty because there's probably going to be some people that can't eat a lot of salt. You can taste the pork in it, the smoked pork, the pork jowl, and I decided I'm going to leave all that in here because I made this up ahead of time, and we'll let this cool off and put it in the refrigerator, and then when I warm it back up, we'll see if I need to remove any of that. Some of it's going to just kind of melt in here anyway. The collard greens are nice and tender, and just has a nice earthy, slightly spicy taste to it, and it's going to be a wonderful side for New Year's Day. So, and also this green is for prosperity. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you have, please like and subscribe to our channel. And if you try it, let me know what you think. We'll talk to you later.
And don't forget the other video, Miss Glow.
Oh yeah, I was going to share with you today while I've been making this, I also went ahead and I did up the black eyed peas. So I will have a video on there as well to show how that's done. Right now this is just reducing down. It'll probably take another hour to reduce down to what we would like. But anyway, we'll talk to you later. Thank you, Richard. Bye.